Hey guys, Lisa, One Happy Place Creations. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I'm starting a new album and I'm going to be calling it the Everything Album and Then Some, and a bit more or something, because it's kind of got everything in it that I could think of to put in it. I've been I've kind of been doing a lot of other things and not really working on books, and my creative mojo juices have really been flowing, so I'm very excited about this. So this first video is just kind of telling you what it is that you're going to need in order to work this album. If you want to do it step by step with me, we will go, I will take you through this process step by step. One thing that, and this is just this was just a little practice thing that I did really quickly, but this is oh my goodness, what's her name? Angel Wings 14100. And I also saw it done on May Made It. So, and I will link those on the video where I actually do this. But this is the system that we're going to use, and I don't know what she called it. I don't know. And I cut it. It went crooked and all that stuff. But it was just to give you an idea. The pages lay flat. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. I get so tired of doing my books, and especially, you know, the pages will lay pretty flat while I'm working on them, but once I start embellishing them and adding more and more to them, you know, they stand up. And I mean, this will still, if you add embellishments, the pages are still going to stand up, but they are going to lay much flatter like a regular book would lay versus any of the other systems that I've tried so far. So, really bad looking piece, but this gives you the idea. This is what the hinge system is going to be. Okay, so the tools that you're going to need in order to complete this book. Pretty simple. Of course, you know, a pencil bone folder. I'm just going to kind of put these things back as I go over them with you. Any type of craft knife that you have. Rulers. I love the Tim Holtz ruler, but you know, any ruler will work. If it has a metal edge to it, it's even better when you're doing the craft knife. But if you're really careful, you can use a plastic ruler. Scissors, of course. You always need scissors. Glue. I like the Scotch Quick Dry. You can also use, you know, tacky glue, PVA glue, whatever glue you have is going to be fine. I do prefer one that dries a little quicker so I can just keep moving, and that may, you know, the Scotch Quick Dry is good. Some score tape or red line tape, and you're also going to need some duct tape. Any color duct tape. It's going to be covered up, so and you don't need a whole bunch, but some duct tape. Of course, a paper cutter. Gotta have one of those. And you know, if you don't have one of those, if you have a self-healing mat, ruler, and your craft knife, I mean, you can cut paper, scissors, whatever. You can get your paper cut. So scoreboard would be great, but if you don't have the scoreboard, again, the bone folder and a ruler, and you can make your score lines. Some kind of fabric stiffener. This is some Martha Stewart, obviously you can see that, but some kind of fabric stiffener. And you're going to need just a piece of fabric that's going to kind of match what you're going to be working on. Again, you don't need a huge piece. We'll go over that when we get down into the video, but I paid 25 cents at a garage sale for this, and I have another piece because I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, but just a piece of fabric. This is cotton, and that's why I'm using the fabric stiffener, because when you cut it, I don't want the fraying. I don't want it fraying when I've got it cut. So that's why I'm using the fabric stiffener. And I'm not going to use this like really, really, really thick on there. It's just to kind of keep it from fraying. So that's that. This is a very thin piece of cardboard. Now, this thin piece of cardboard would work for this system that we're going to do. I just happen to have it. I've used it as a board for like when I'm doing Tim Holtz edges or something, but this is a little thicker. This is probably the one that I'm going to use instead of this little piece, but I've seen them use cardstock with it. So you know, this book is going to be completed and then put on my Etsy shop, so I want this to be something that's going to really last a long time. So, you know, I'm going a little overboard, I think, trying to get the strength. The other thing that you're going to need is I've got the Big Daddy Crop-A-Dile, the Big Bite. Or, you know, if you've got the Crop-A-Dile, or if you've got just a hand punch. We're looking for the 1/8 inch hole, so not a huge hole like goes into papers to go through a ring binder. We don't need that size. We need the smaller size holes. And, you know, I guess if you don't have anything that's going to make a hole, you could use a awl, or even you know, some kind of pokey tool. So yeah, there's lots of ways around. You don't have to go out and buy things. This year for me, let me get this out of the way, but this year for me is go through my stash, use what I've got. I finished the last mini album I did. Oh, sorry guys. I was trying to get this put away, but it's not going to go, so I'm going to lay it over here. The last mini album I did completely with all the things that I had in my room. I have not gone and purchased anything for this video, for this book. It's all things that I have in my room. You're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard, 12 by 12. This is going to be a pretty large book, so 2 12 by 12 chipboards. And then you're going to need some, you know, everybody's got bits and pieces of chipboard that they, from cutting other pages and stuff. Pull those out because you're going to be using them in this video. You don't need a bunch of them, but you will need some. So there's that. Now, this is the collection I'm using, Fancy Pants Designs Collecting Moments. This was a really cool pack, and I bought it several years ago. There's only 12 double-sided sheets of paper in here, but you can see it's really, really pretty paper. I've got I can flip through these. There's the dominoes. There's some really nice colors. Now that blue, that is a really dark navy blue. Really dark blue. I don't know if you'd call it navy blue or not, but it's not black. But there's just some really pretty colors in here. It's kind of not gender specific. Everything's kind of in a tonal gray color. So that's another reason I like it. You can put family photos in this. You can put your son's photos, your daughter's photos, your husband's, your grandparents. I mean, just anything you want in here, and it's going to work pretty nicely. But, whoop, sorry guys. But because there's only 12 sheets, I had to flip through my stash and find some more sheets, which I'll go through in a minute. Now, the other cool thing about this collection was, in the collection sack itself, there was this sheet, which has, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ABCs. There's 1, 2, 3s. There's all the different little signs and exclamation points and things. So lots of journaling possibilities. All kinds of really cool words over here. Be joyful, breathtaking, collection, good times, choose happy, butterfly kisses. So lots of fun things on here. Some different little binder tabs and stars and flags, that kind of thing. So lots of fun. It came with another alphabet, larger, obviously. It came with this one for lots of different borders, so that'll be a lot of fun. And it came with this one, different labels. So lots of fun things. Now, I am not going to heavily embellish this book. All of these stickers are going to come with the book. So whomever you get this for, whether it's yourself or like Mother's Day is coming up, if you get it for your mom, your wife, grandparents, whatever, they can then use these as they go through and put pictures in it. They can use these to decorate it and feel like they've been part of the process. So a lot of fun. This is another thing. This is called Title Pieces that I picked up along when I bought this, and it's just 4 different cards here, cute little things, good tunes, or good times ahead, free hugs, keep this ticket, and then, you know, so lots of cute things. So those things will come with the book for use however you choose. The other thing that was in the pack, and there is a bit of damage on it. I don't know. I don't believe it was me that did it, but who knows. This one is not damaged. That's what's kind of weird is this one was on top of this one, but yet this one's damaged. So I think it happened in the factory and not since I owned it. But so it's corrugated. And I'm going to try and figure out how I'm going to use this in the book. So we'll see. We'll see on that one. Now, and I might use this page. Always look at your covers and because they can totally be used for whatever. Now, I had some Stampin' Up! Paper. I went through my stash trying to find papers that would go with this, and because it's all kind of this grayish hue throughout. I found, first off, this Die Cuts with a View paper that came in a paper pack. It actually came in a Christmas paper pack, and it really, I think, works with all of these papers. I have about 12 here. I really am unsure as to how many I'm going to need, but I have about 12 of them, so I figured 12 of these sheets, 12 of these sheets. Probably will not use that many. As far as I know right now, there's going to be a need for 5 of these for sure. So if you have, you can use multiple colors, whatever design, whatever paper packs you want, however you want to do it. Find stuff in your stash. Let's all try and, we're all craft hoarders. I am a bad one. So then I had some Stampin' Up! Paper, and I just kind of flipped through, and I'm gonna see if I can come down a little bit. Let me move this. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Come down a little bit and let me see how you're seeing this. Okay. So this is, I'm trying to move my light a little bit so it gets a little better looking there. So I pulled this out. I'm not necessarily doing it. It's got some nice blues in it. Again, gray blues. It's got a little bits of yellowy, orange, creamy colors. So I liked that. I like this one. This matches here. It matches the browns in it. It matches the peaches in it. This one was so-so, but again, I like the browns in it, the cream colors, the patterns, and I like this coloring and the blues. So this one works. This, oh my Lord, I have no clue what this is supposed to be. So I kind of like the colors. But if I use this, it's going to be really sparing because I don't know what the heck that is. I don't know. I tried to look and see what the, you know, when Stampin' Up! Sells theirs, they sell them in just little packages and they have a name. I don't know which one this came out of. And this is the other side of that paper, which I'm not totally sold on, but it's there if I need it. So that's those papers, and then the other bit that I have is this is My Mind's Eye Cut and Paste Charm 6x6 pad, and it has quite a few, not everything like that. Here's grays. This works. This would work all right. Love the herringbone here. Could even do the bicycles. The bicycles has got the navy blue, the light blue, and you know, so it would work. But it has enough. I love this with it. It has enough things in it that it's just going to give me some added choices. This is kind of opposite of this one, so yeah, just some nice choices to have as added pieces to put into this. Now my album is going to be 9.5 tall and 9 3/4 wide. That's why I said for the chipboard you were going to need the 12 by 12 pieces. Obviously 8.5 by 11 pieces would not work for this. It is a large album, but it is going to have a lot of different elements in it. I have 2 different designs that of pages that we're going to be working on. We're going to be utilizing Tyvek. Now you can buy the envelopes. You can use old post office envelopes that come in, FedEx envelopes. All of those are the Tyvek. It's a very strong material that it is going to reinforce everything that we do. So that's going to be used throughout. I had picked out these. They're a really nice large envelope. They're 5 something by 8 something. 5 3/4 by 8 3/4. The other thing I liked about these envelopes is they're a true rectangle instead of having it flap this way and a flap this way and a flap this way and then a point. It's all rectangular, so I kind of like that as well. I've got 3 of those. This is an envelope that my husband had a birthday card in or something. Hallmark did this. And so this is kind of a style idea that I'm going to utilize maybe, with the envelopes. Still thinking about that one, but you know, that's a little further down into the whole process. Now I have these. These are 4x6 photo refills. I got them in a garage sale for 50 cents. And they are actually 6 5/8. Each individual piece is 6 5/8 by 4 1/4. So the 4 1/4 size, you know, so 2 of these is 8 1/2. Well, it's 9 1/2. So one of these is going to have to be cut off. So I'm going to cut it off right at the top of where the seam is between the 2 of these. And I'm not going to throw this away. I'm going to stick this in where I have like my packaging and things like that, because if I go to make a shaker card or something, I can utilize this. It's nice and clean. There's no scratches and cuts on it like sometimes you get in packaging. So this would be, you know, don't throw stuff away that you could use. So anyway, so this will be this size, and you'll be able to slide your photos in. So these are going to be used in there. And then I'm also going to use 4 to 5 of these. There's 10 in the pack that I bought, but there's going to be 4 or 5 of these as well in this book. There's also going to be a little bonus feature in this book that I'm quite excited about as well. So lots of fun. Get some papers you're really not going to use. You know, designer series papers. Get I'd say pick out 12 to 15 papers, even if they're not in a group. If they look well together, that's going to work for you. Pick out things like envelopes, or you could use paper bags. And if you have a question on how you would be able to integrate something different other than what I have here, just email me a comment and I will work it into a video, into the next video, to show you what it is you could do to make that work. So even though you might not have this size envelope, don't go out and buy this size envelope. Everybody's got usually 5x7s. And or even the ones you get in the mail that they want you to mail your bills back in. I pay everything online, so I don't, you know, I don't keep those, or I don't use them. Sometimes I keep them because I actually take them and do this with them, and use the sticky and glue them all down. And then I have a really quick little notepad that I keep by the phone, and then I just, as I take a note or something, then I rip it off and throw it away. And, you know, in the next 3 or 4 days, I get another 1 or 2 to stick back on there. So it's always kind of just there. So just an idea for you. Anyway, get some Tyvek. I really am not sure what you could use other than Tyvek. I don't know. I mean, if you absolutely have to, go to the post office and pick up one that hasn't been used. I don't like to, you know, that, I mean, that's kind of stealing when you're taking it when you know you're not going to use it for what, but, you know, hard times. We're not buying anything we don't already have. But if you have to get some Tyvek, it really is a good thing. And then look at your 6x6 pads or 8x8 pads, or your scrap paper, and go through and try and find some things that are all going to look really nice together. Like I said, I think you're probably going to need 5 or 6 solid color pages, or not. You know, this paper is about an 80 weight paper, and I prefer it. To me, 80 weight paper can stand alone, but since I'm selling this, I'm going to use this, which is about an 85-pound paper. I'm going to use this and then put my other papers on top of it. And that's just going to make it stronger for that. But if you're going to make this and give it as a gift or use it for yourself, and you know how much use it's going to be, you could just use whatever cardstock you have. Now, if you have thicker cardstock, if you get like Teresa Collins cardstock is very thick, you wouldn't need to have solid cardstock and that. So, you know, just kind of get a feel for what you've got in your stash, what it is you're going to be using, and, you know, maybe some of the papers can be standalone papers and the other ones are going to need to be put on some cardstock, some plain cardstock. So there you go. That is it. That is pretty much all you're going to need. Again, you know, we will be using a bunch of used or leftover, not used, but leftover pieces. But you will need to have, because it's, what did I say? It was 9. Again, this is the size 9.5 from top to bottom and 9 3/4. And then the spine is going to be 3 inches. I'm pretty sure that's what I had figured out I was going to need was a 3-inch spine. And that's about it. When you're looking through your papers, make sure you kind of figure out what you would want for your front and back covers. 2 12 by 12 sheets. And other than that, this is the end of this video, and we'll go on to the beginning of the book next time I see you guys. So bye!